Let's move on to a story about Netflix, because the US streaming giant is cutting prices in more than 30 countries as it attempts to attract more subscribers. It comes in the rising cost of living, I should say, means that many households are trying to tighten their belts and reduce their outgoings. Netflix also has lots of other competition from other streaming services. Well, let's bring in Michelle Fleury, who is in New York for us. Michelle, whereabouts are they going to cut these prices? Is it going to make it cheaper for me here in the UK or you there in the US? And why are Netflix doing this?
Look, I think if you're sitting in the United Kingdom and the US, then forget it. You're not going to get a break in the price, despite the fact that obviously many users in those countries are grappling with the cost of living crisis and are re-evaluating whether or not they really need these subscription services. And we've seen the number of people sort of cancelling their subscriptions increase because of that. I think where Netflix, though, is focusing on cutting the prices in other parts of the world, other parts of Europe, but also in Asia and Latin America, even the Middle East. We're talking about countries like Indonesia, Venezuela, the United Arab Emirates, countries where they may not have such a large user base and where they may not necessarily also, you could consider it, are in some cases lower income countries, and therefore people have less disposable income for these kind of services. So it's interesting to see, because on the one hand, investors have reacted very nervously, but on the other hand, some analysts are saying, look, they don't have much to lose given kind of their presence in these markets, in some cases where they don't face any competition.
And Michelle, just in about 15, 20 seconds, Netflix has made a name for itself by spending huge sums creating its own original programmes. Are they going to be able to continue doing that if they're getting less money in from their subscribers?
Look, I think streamers across the board have a renewed focus on the bottom line. So Netflix actually spent 5% less last year than it did the previous year. And you're hearing the same thing out of Warner Brothers Discovery and also Disney, this renewed focus on how to succeed in streaming while spending less.
Michelle Fleury, thank you for squeezing that in for us. As long as they're all watching World Business Report, I think we'll be okay.